This is an extremely rare capsicum species, Capsicum flexuosum. This one was sent to me by Christopher Phillips. Can't say how excited I am and how grateful I am that Chris would send me this. This is the pod, and you can probably see, it's tiny obviously, but you can probably see that it's somewhat, it's not transparent, but you can see the seeds in there. Oh, maybe not. Okay, there we go. Amazing. So you can see the seeds inside there. This one has black seeds. And flexuosum is, well, primarily from Paraguay, but northern Argentina, southeast Brazil, possibly. They're very different looking. I'll put up some pictures of flowers if I can find some. But it's a difficult one to grow, difficult one to germinate, difficult one to set pods, so fairly typical for wild capsicum. Put it down again. There we go, Capsicum flexuosum. I'm going to attempt to cut it open without completely destroying the pod, so let's see what we can do. Oops. Okay, that's a bit easy then. So well, I'm not going to do much more than that, I'm afraid. The smell coming from the pod is actually quite strong. It's not like any other capsicum I've ever tried. I've had quite a lot of rare wild species, and this one smells like none of them. It's completely different. It's a very fresh smell. I'll try and describe it a little bit more a bit later on. It is quite a strong smell. Fresh, berry-like, sort of a hint of vanilla underneath. Very different. I'm going to really struggle to describe this one, I tell you. Alright, Capsicum flexuosum. Thanks to Chris Phillips. Hi, Nigel Carter here in the kitchen again. And today, this is a very special one for me anyway. This is Capsicum flexuosum, wild species that's found in Paraguay, bit of northern Argentina, some bit of southeast Brazil possibly. And it's a very interesting pepper. As you've seen in the introduction, it's translucent in a way, and you can actually see the seeds through the pepper. It's an orangish colour, and quite honestly I've never seen a pepper like it. I've never seen a wild pepper like it. So this is one. This is actually a big one, surprisingly enough. And the aroma is very different indeed. It really is very strange. Strange, but in a nice way. The thing it actually reminds me of that I've just thought of is, for all of you that have ever had or smelled a white sapote, it smells quite a lot like white sapote, with an undercurrent of maybe a little bit of vanilla. But yeah, it really does actually. It really does smell like that, the white sapote. Who knew? So I haven't taken the seeds out of this, and I'm not going to eat them. So I'm going to try and eat around them and spit them out. I hope that's okay with you, but that's what I'm going to do anyway. So, Capsicum flexuosum. Cheers. Mmm. Wow. Quite hot. Very tropical fruit flavours. Sorry about that. That's incredible. Now, it doesn't taste like a white sapote. The flesh is very different textured to any other pepper I've had. It's almost grape-like in texture. But the heat is quite strong. It's probably, easily jalapeno hot, maybe a little bit more. But the flavour is, the first thing I thought of when I put it in gingerly, first thing I thought of was banana. And that doesn't last very long. And then there's a little taste that's a little bit sweet and vanilla-y. And the aftertaste is a little bit more, there's a touch of green grass under there, but not much. I'm finding it extremely hard to describe the flavours. It's very tropical fruity. I've never tasted anything like that. That's absolutely amazing. Let me just try and get a bit more. Yeah, so first there's a little bit of tannicness, tannins, that's like a banana that's not quite ripe. Then that goes away completely. Leaves you, there's this very tiny hint of vanilla, as I said. Then the heat comes on. It's definitely hotter than a jalapeno. It's almost, it's so hard to find words to describe some of these flavours. Yeah, I'm kind of stumped on this one, I'm afraid. that sort of first bit of the tannins that you get in a slightly unripe banana, then that leads to sort of a general sweetness and a general tropical fruitiness to it. And the birds are all going to go nuts now and spoil this. But it's an absolutely amazing thing. Now, I do have another one. This is the other one. This one is much smaller. So let me see if I can get anything from this one. I'd say there was a little hint of papaya in that as well, actually. Just that very distinctive flavour that papaya has sort of buried underneath. That's kind of the tropical fruitiness that I can detect, I think. Yeah, I think now that I've kind of got that little, I think papaya is, that's probably the tropical fruity taste that's most evident, at least to me. It's surprisingly hot. And definitely that sort of clovey, macy, Jamaican Jerk spice on the end. Only very slightly. Yeah, okay, definitely papaya. That's the flavour that at least I can detect. So, that one was a little spicier. That one had a little taste of, it was almost like Jamaican Jerk rub sauce. So, slightly clovey, a little bit of mace. Yeah, very slightly sort of the typical Jamaican Jerk spices with that one. That little one was actually hotter than the big one. This is sort of up near Cayenne heat, probably. But it had that tannic banana bit to start with, then a general fruitiness, and then that led to remind me a lot of the spices used in Jamaican Jerk rubs, but only slightly. I mean, only a little bit. So, as you can tell, I really struggled with that one. It's really delicious. It'd be lovely to have a couple of handfuls, but that's not going to happen in my lifetime. So, Capsicum flexuosum, absolutely fantastic. And Christopher Phillips, really thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. That was amazing of you to send me those. And this is Nigel Carter saying thanks a lot for watching. I'll try and be a little less tongue-twisted and tongue-tied the next one up, but I can't promise. So, I'll see you later. Bye.